All right, welcome back to Morning Express, and it's time for us to review the dailies. But a quick reminder that we have the Twitter poll question running, and Trix is going to be looking at your answers or your comments in just a short while. And the question we're asking is whether the Kenyan media is actively involved in agenda setting. Is the Kenyan media actively involved in agenda setting? Trix is going to be reading through your comments as we go along. But for now, would like to start off with looking at the dailies. Joining me to have that conversation, we have Kevin Osido. Good morning and thank you for joining us. He is from Governance Watch. He's also a political strategist. But this morning, we just want to look at the dailies. And we start off with the Standard. Raila, Kenya will change this year. Former Prime Minister reiterates the need for inclusivity in government and this to be an end to divisive politics through, publicizing. He says that he will take this place this year, and that's of course referring to the referendum and an expanded executive which has been debated. Do you see that happening this year?
Yes, it's possible. I think one of the key issues that we require is political will, and we have seen that happening from the experience of the handshake. The other thing is the place of public participation again, so that citizens are seen to be driving these processes. Unfortunately, historically, we have given almost all the processes to the politicians, so they tell us, actually they set the pace, they also set the timelines. But if we can be able to ensure that some of these things respond to the needs of the citizens, then sustainability and issues of political game plan will not be an issue. And that therefore presents the place of institutions as again, so that we have political parties also coming to the fore to have safe spaces to involve the citizens insofar as this, some of these narratives are concerned. A referendum is not just for the political class. And so if it is going to take place, then it needs to be one that issues are spelled out. And I think the Building Bridges Initiative Task Force has been out there trying to present platforms for the citizens to be able to bring out their views. As County Governance Watch, we have come to the fore and have created spaces for the youth also, and young women and persons with various disabilities to be part and parcel of this process. So we also need to be seen as citizens to be presenting our voices in making those voices count in issues that then matter to us as a country. Otherwise, we've seen some of these activities taking place where politicians really create the convenience of space. They say what needs to happen and it happens. And sometimes as citizens, we are left wondering, so what was that for? Why must it happen that way?
And that brings in the question that, do you feel that we fully understand what a referendum requires and what benefit it has for us as a country? It is a very expensive exercise, both financially and even in terms of how the country runs, because even economically, it is bound to affect us, again, depending on how high the temperatures go. But do you feel that Kenyans fully understand what the referendum is, what it's all about, and what it takes for us to participate in the referendum?
Those are very good and important questions, and actually they are also prescribed in our constitution, because that is the only other way through which we are able to change, ratify or create changes to our constitution through a referendum. So that exercise then needs to be one that allows for civic and political education, so that then citizens are able to understand beyond what the constitution says, that you need to do sign up signatures, you need to present the issues. But the question then, do Kenyans really understand those issues and what is the importance of those issues to our daily lives? I agree with you that then a referendum in this country then adopts a political campaign mode or model. So what that therefore means is that you present citizens to a campaign which is coming to a few weeks actually to the 2022 another election. So what that means is that the people who are going to be driving this process need to ensure that citizens understand the issues, that we are also able to have a process that then makes the country feel united, and then we also have spaces where citizens can be able to bring out their voices. You note that, for instance, in 2005 and 2010, we were treated to the first and the second referenda exercises, and the country was really divided at that point. And today we are having the handshake experience where the two historical protagonists have come forward and said, we want to work together to be able to have an inclusive nation, to have a much more united people, to have a cohesive state. And so in my view, I expect that some of these issues will be issues that will have already been condensed and properly synthesized so that the people, once presented with these issues, will not have as many antagonistic push and pull of the issues. But then that citizens will say that, yes, the political class is speaking our voice. We are either going to vote yes and yes or no and no. But in this case, then, for us to be able to have the citizens participate, in my view, it should be a yes, yes. And those yes, yes need to be translated into how the citizens are going to benefit, how those are going to build, also to help to build the nation and also help the country grow its GDP.
Absolutely. Well, the referendum question, of course, continues, and we'll wait and see how that is going to play out politically. We do know that there are major political stakes that, would come with the referendum, but